Hey guys, I'm back. On a recent interview with Boxing Social, Tyson Fury's dad, John Fury, had a lot to say about the upcoming fight with Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Stand by.
Of yours, John. John, how are you doing?
I'm all right, Andy. Yeah, it's not a new caravan; it's years old, but you know, it's one of a few I've got. So I like to change it up now and again.
John, obviously I know you're a busy man and you've been travelling around the country now with your own talking kind of dinner events rather. Talk to me about those first and foremost. How are you finding them?
Yeah, you know, they're very enjoyable. I'm trying to enlighten people to a new way of life and to let them know there's more to life.
It's wild that his son is all around the world in Vegas, buys a mansion in Vegas, and your dad's really still living that traveller life, and he's in, like, he's got his little caravan, he said, as you heard him, he rotates them, like, lives the proper traveller life. I think Tyson Fury's a bit removed from that, doesn't seem to be really on that, like, you know, since he started getting his paydays, I think he was like, F caravans, houses all the way.
Will the Free trilogy take place, what would have been next weekend?
Yeah, the thing is, I don't know much about it because I've had not a lot of contact with Tyson or the team, to be honest with you, because I've kept out of it because it wasn't a thing I was going to be involved in, because obviously I couldn't get to America, so I've sort of like distanced myself from it because I'm not an happy man what's going on out there. I wasn't then, I'm not now, you know, so what I say, let them get on with it, you know, and obviously COVID, it's a pandemic, you know, it's going to affect everybody, and people should honour and respect Tyson. You know, he's over there doing his thing to entertain people, you know, and it's his job to have people in and out of the gym.
It's his job to have people in and out of the gym, sir, but Mr. John Fury, may I just add, it's your son's responsibility to be responsible within that and have everybody in the safest environment. So, like, i.e. in a bubble, i.e. why is your son then he does contract COVID, which you don't actually say anything about. And he's out infecting the world, or he's just lied and hasn't really got COVID. So let's not try and put him like he's some gallant Sir Camelot of... No, he's not gallant. He gets paid multi millions of pounds to do these fights, okay? He didn't take his whole situation in its best interest. He wasn't responsible. So don't want to hear anything about, you know, respect to him for that and that, because you lot are all liars because you ain't even said anything about it. Well, you know, I spoke to my son, he's got COVID, but he's all right. Some more standby.
So catching COVID, you know, it's one of them things. You're either lucky and not get it, or you're unlucky and get it. And in Tyson's case, he's picked it up along with a few other members. You know, but what can you say about it? It is what it is. Well, like I said, until two men's facing one another in the ring, anything can happen in boxing. Until they're facing one another in that ring, anything can happen in boxing. You know, but I know nothing about it, and I don't really want to know much about it, to be honest with you. I was only interested in one thing, Anthony Joshua, and if that's not for me, if that's not to take place, I can't really get myself up for that. The Wilder thing, because he got smashed to pieces last time. I don't like Deontay Wilder as a man, as a sportsman. He's a horrible person. And just speak my mind. You know, he's a sore loser. If it was me messing with Deontay Wilder, I'd have him in court. I'd say either prove your accusations or be quiet, because you're going to be in court, mate. But Tyson don't defend himself enough for me. He just let things happen. You know, he takes everything and gives nothing back. I'm a man who defends my honour. If I'm in the right and people lying about me, I'm going to come forth and defend myself. But Tyson doesn't, and that's why people can get confused and they get misconceptions with him, because he doesn't fire back. Because he's not interested, really, because he's heard it all before, seen it all before and done it. And people are fickle, aren't they? They're your friend today and not tomorrow. You know, so I don't know what's going on, but really, am I really interested in it? No. As long as my son's all right and everything's in order, that's good.
He said he's just not interested in this fight. An interesting thing to me, he said, you know, Tyson doesn't stand his ground. Well, we saw that he doesn't stand his ground when Billy Joe Saunders' dad arse was on the ground and he did nothing. So yeah, he stood on the ground while his friend's elderly dad arse was on the ground. So depending which way you take it, but he said he's just not interested in, and that Tyson Fury doesn't stand his ground, and allowed Deontay Wilder to say these types of things and didn't come up with any proof. Now, this is true. He goes, if it wasn't true, why wouldn't you? So this always poses, I've said this since the beginning of time, that to me, if somebody defames my character to that level, I'm suing you. I don't care. And the reason why I wouldn't sue you is because there's some merit to what's being said about me. Said it's been far removed from the situation. Yeah, so what I'm saying is, that is a valid point. Why did you not, Tyson Fury, why didn't he not sue Deontay Wilder for defamation of character? You know, my guy has not come up with 1 ounce or 1 shred of evidence. It was just a point that I had said from when these Glovegate conspiracies were floating about and first put out, and all of the other excuses. But if you didn't do something, you need to stand up for yourself. How can your old dad be saying that you should be standing up for yourself, you know? And Tyson Fury just takes it. He's here to, you know, he doesn't stand his ground. It's not good enough. I want to know why he didn't stand your ground. So I just thought I'd let you hear a bit of this interview. Yeah, it's quite telling.
And on top of it, you know, Deontay Wilder still doubled down on the allegations. Fury, you still did nothing. So this is just all pointless. I just don't get it. Deontay Wilder's ass would have been in court, and that would have been it. Yeah. So it's all weird to me. If you didn't cheat, take a man to court. He's defamed your character. He's defamed your culture. He's put the Fury name in disrepute by not defending it.
John's just going to be doing his little personal appearances, you know, and doing his thing. That's what he's on. He seems that he just wanted the Anthony Joshua fight. Why did you want the Anthony Joshua fight so much, John? Because you knew that money was going to make your son, all of you lot, be able to buy a multi-million, trillion-pound double-wide caravan with all the modcons, because I've seen some of them caravans. The modcon ones, they're mad. They're sick. Like, that's what you really wanted. You wanted a fleet of them, innit? He could have opened a luxury caravan fleet company and either rent, sell those types of high-end caravans and trailers. That'd be a good business idea, I would. But yeah, that's why he was just so on the Anthony Joshua thing, because he knew that was the right thing to do, and basically it would have been a massive payoff. I wonder, does he feel that if that fight's ever going to happen again? But I'll tap in and I'll piece by piece this interview, unless it mysteriously gets wiped off again, like all these other good interviews where I say that and then oops, they're gone. Like, so yeah. So anyway, Tyson Fury's dad ain't happy about this trilogy. Couldn't give 2 shits. I'm with him on that. Anyway, hey girlies, LadyChann, rep nonetheless. Come box with Shan. Gone. The queen has spoken.